Turning for 25 to pick up the first points of the morning session. Averaging in excess of 101.5. Double 8. To complete a marvellous performance and a marvellous win for Scott Mitchell. The average in the end drops below the ton mark, but these two, as they embrace at the end, have given us another thoroughly enjoyable contest. Van Velzen averaging 97, and he couldn't get a look in proceedings. Mitchell winning 4-2. That the tail of the tape from an incredible encounter to kickstart the day. Mitchell winning 4-2. Coming up after the break is Kevin Painter takes on Doug Boehm.
Combine into a flat dart, but this could be some save here from Kevin Painter, who looked completely out of the leg.
Game shot on a 4 flag, Kevin Painter.
Big come on from Kevin Painter, who 3 throws ago had a bit of a speculative dart at the bullseye as if he'd give up on the leg. A reverse in regards of the result of yesterday, where Doug took the victory by 4 legs to 0.
Well, Boehm was left to scratch his head. And he's going to have to scratch it some more as Kevin Painter gets over the line. He seals a 4-1 win against the American Doug Boehm. Painter on the board. 6 points to his name now. Wasn't a classic match, but Painter the victor nonetheless. Bialecki and Mulvey follows after this.
Prepare for, but when you get out there on the various tours, the events are getting earlier and earlier, certainly with the boom that we've seen in darts recently and the amount of people wanting to take part in the tournaments. They have to start earlier and earlier all the time, so this early time slot's actually becoming a little bit more normal now.
Well, Bialecki's left himself tops for the match 94. For a 4-1 victory to kickstart his day. Put him back to in a couple of points of Scott Mitchell at the top. And tops his pin to move Bialecki on to 10 points. He gets the better of Ray Mulvey by 4 legs to 1. And the pole is on the board. Sebastian looking to make a bolt on day 2. And as far as his numbers are concerned, pretty much similar to that of day 1 for him. 88-81 on the average, fall from 6 on the doubles. We're going to return with Doug Boehm and Marvin Van Velzen after this short break.
Marvin, you require 10.
Who wants the leg?
Well, this is a double that's been causing him problems.
Game shot on a 4 flag, Marvin Van Velzen.
I think he enjoyed that.
There shouldn't be a practice game and a match game.
Well, this is for the match.
Well, he didn't fancy going for the 20 and the ball.
61.
He said to Doug, I don't think you're going to hit this, and on this occasion he was right.
Tops for the win.
55. Marvin, you require 40.
Tots of Van Velzen to seal 4-2. To seal the win, and over the line Van Velzen is. He gets the better of Doug Boehm by 4 legs to 2 in a game blighted by missed doubles. But Van Velzen happy with the victory. So let's have a look at the tail of the tape then from this particular encounter. 81-56 was good enough to win for Van Velzen. For Boehm, he's got work to do. Next up, Scott Mitchell against Ray Mulvey.
Scott, you require 25.
At least 6 darts here for Scott Mitchell to wrap the job up.
It's double 8. It's another win for Mitchell. It's 7 heaven for Scotty Dog as he gets the better of Ray Mulvey in 7. Well, it was a much better performance from Ray. He could draw a lot of positives from that. But Mitchell just finding the big scores and the big moments when it mattered in that final leg. The tail of the tape from there is all to see. Coming up after the break, Kevin Painter and Sebastian Bialecki.
Kevin,
recovering the situation there. Bialecki leaving himself a single dart up. But Kevin will only get a dart. And it's going to be at tops.
30.
It doesn't go.
Sebastian, you require 16.
And so Bialecki comes back for the double 8. Both caress the wire. How has he not found a way through that?
Kevin, you
3 darts
40.
pitched perfectly to the wire, but neither found a way in.
Game shot on a 6
And we go all the way.
Painter.
It might be his last chance.
8.
Double 2. Last start. No!
4.
No!
Sebastian, you
And
require
Bialecki returns. His head is in his hands. The game is in Bialecki's hands. Double 4. Great marker.
60.
But he cannot use it. And Painter's reprieved again.
Kevin, you require 4.
Incredible ending here. To get over the line, Painter wins from behind.
Painter.
He puts his arms in the air, wondering how, why, and where. He has a chat with Sebastian Bialecki all about it. Well, Painter, who slowly came out the traps, he had a mid-game timeout, mid-game team talk. And whatever he said in that, when it came to fruition, he won 4-3. Bialecki will be scratching his head as to how he lost that. And it means advantage Mitchell after 2 rounds of fixtures. 9 more games to go. And we kick off with Mulvey against Boehm.
Ray, you require 87.
6 of them yesterday. It's been a week with very few ton plus outs, but the 87 will do for Mulvey if he could pin the double 9. But he can't, and Boehm is going to come back.
88.
Double 14.
Game shot
Level
on the second
game,
leg,
1-1.
Doug Boehm.
Tops of the match. Tops
Game
of the
shot
win
and
for
the
Doug
match,
Boehm. And
Doug
look at the
Boehm.
relief on his face as he gets over the line. He beats Ray Mulvey by 4 legs to 2. Averaging in the end just under 90. Mulvey got off to a good start, but he couldn't finish it off. And so Boehm wins for 2. Van Velzen and Painter is coming up next. And what that is another opportunity for Kev.
No score. Kevin, you require 49.
What an incredible ending to this game. Van Velzen ruining mismatched darts. Going tight at the wrong time. And can Painter step in. He's just about in the 9. But he finds the tops and he finds a way again. Kevin Painter. 3 wins from 3. He gets the better of Marvin Van Velzen in the last leg decider. He is perfect for the day thus far. And he's still got gears to go. We know that. 81-81 the average. 4 from 12. A solid performance from Kevin Painter. He gets the better of Van Velzen in the last leg decider. Coming up next, it's Sebastian Bialecki against Scott Mitchell. Treble 17 and Bull. Bullseye.
96.
Was not far away.
Sebastian, you require 78.
Match saver. Potentially, even at this stage, we could say maybe a group saver. Bialecki, 2 darts.
Game shot on the 5th leg, Sebastian Bialecki.
Massive moment. Match saving opportunity. On double 16.
38.
That's 2 for 9 on the doubles of Bialecki. And that
you
might be the
require
last
20.
chance that he gets because Mitchell will return for double 10 here to put himself in full command of the group.
Game shot
And Scotty
on the
Dog
match,
moves 6
Scott
points
Mitchell.
clear. Scott Mitchell has all the authority one could want to the top of the Group A table. It's now 8 wins of 8 for the former world champion. He's in cruise control as far as this group is concerned. That the tail of the tape. Bialecki 2 for 9 on the doubles is undoing in the end. Mitchell wins for 2. That's the end of round 3 of the day. Coming up next, Marvin Van Velzen against Ray Mulvey. Self on
Marvin, you
tops.
require 108.
And hope and pray this 108 doesn't go. Double 14. Oh,
Game shot on the
beautiful.
4th leg,
It's
Marvin
only the
Van
second
Velzen.
ton topper we've seen today, and look what it meant to Marvin Van Velzen.
Just make sure with the big number first. This can often get a little bit edgy.
2-2s for a rare 2 points.
Doesn't like the lie there. Had to move right the way across to the left-hand side of the hockey to open the bed.
Game shot. And
then find it for the win.
Van
Velzen gets the better of Ray Mulvey by 4-1. And look what it means to him. Look at the sigh of relief. Look at the pumped up energy. Now Van Velzen is providing here at the Super Series. At the tail of the tape. 91-35 in the end for Van Velzen, getting the better of Mulvey to claim his first victory of the day. Coming up after the break, Doug Boehm up against Sebastian Bialecki. There's a 1:16 finish on the horizon. Tops. Beautifully done, exquisitely done. And Boehm leads 2-0. And you can see what that meant to the American. Double 10. Up for double 5. Big dart.
35.
Big miss. And Boehm comes back.
16.
I've seen this so many times from Bialecki today, not being able to cross the line. The nerves, the jangling for Bialecki, who now can only stand and watch and hope.
Double 4. For another last leg decider. We go all the way. It's a 14 darter for Doug Boehm and a big leg in shoes. For Bialecki, it could be the difference between Group On and Group Over. For Boehm, if he could win this, he puts himself in the B mix. Real seesaw encounter. 2 in hand at double 16. Double 8.
36.
Doesn't go. This would be some way to win it for Bialecki.
Sebastian, you require 106.
You'll just be hoping he gets a dart here. Needs a treble for it to happen. He finds the treble. He will get another match start. One more chance.
Game shot.
A chance which is found. A match which is won just about by Sebastian Bialecki. A seesaw affair has swung in the direction of the pole, who wins by 4 legs to 3 just to keep himself on the periphery of qualification. Well, that's the tail of the tape from that one. Sebastian Bialecki there missing 15 darts at a double. Both players with a ton plus outshot in that particular encounter. Bialecki winning it with a 106. Coming up next, Kevin Painter and Scott Mitchell, the 2 players yet to lose today. She's just so engrossing. Like sometimes you just sit back, you watch it because
139.
Because what you see in front of your eyes is just 2 men who are going right at it one another. Averages wise, it may not be the top quality contest we would have wanted, but what we have had is some entertainment. And Mitchell could bring it to a close. If he could pin Tops.
80.
Not this time.
But time is what he's got. Painter leaves something, leaves himself a bit of hope. But that hope may be about to be extinguished.
Tots for Mitchell.
Game shot.
For 13 darter and a 4-1 win. And it's a 9th win from 9 for Scott Mitchell. He gets the better of Kevin Painter.
Marvin,
excellent board management that from Bialecki, leaving himself on the fish. This for 2-2. It's Tops. It's a level game, and Van Velzen tells us all about it. Boehm showdown.
Well, Marvin Van Velzen may put himself into that mix because he's got a chance here to break the throw of Sebastian Bialecki with the biggest finish of the week, and it goes.
Marvin Van Velzen.
Biggest finish of the week goes to Marvin in the biggest moment of his week so far. Point gap between Sebastian Bialecki and the top player. Scott Mitchell would have a game in hand, but he could hit back. Oh my. There was a 1-4-1 in the last leg for Van Velzen to break.
133.
And it was also close to a 1-4-9 for Bialecki to return the favour, but this for the match of Van Velzen, 78. Put him on to 8 points. Put him a couple away for Painter and Boehm. It's going to be a dart. Tops. for the win.
58.
Clips
Sebastian, you
the
require
barrel.
16.
And so Bialecki to take us to a last leg decider wants double 8. And the way he's been playing, there's no mistake. 3-3 it is. We go all the way to a decider.
Van Velzen leaves him some hope. He forces the hand here of Bialecki to consider the 18s. It's 7-7 for the match.
Game shot. And
it's a win for Bialecki. It just about keeps his hopes alive. Well, that's kind of been the story of the day as far as Marvin van Velzen is concerned. He's had opportunities, he's had chances to win games, he's been brilliant at times, but he hasn't been able to pick the points up. Bialecki keeps the gap to him 4 points for now, puts the pressure on Mitchell against Boehm in a couple of games' time. After the break is Mulvey against Painter.
Kevin, you require 82.
For the match. For the table separation.
Tots of Painter. Found for a 4-1 win. And for Kevin Painter, it's 4 wins from 5 on his second day here in Group A. He beats Ray Mulvey by 4-1. That's the tail of the tape. Mitchell against Boehm is the last game of the day.
Scott, you require 64.
So for leg 1, 64 for Mitchell. Another. Leaves himself the double. And he puts himself 1-0 in front. Mitchell leads by that solitary leg, that opening leg against Boehm. It's going to be a dart. A double 16.
34.
Doesn't go. Mitchell's back for 3-1 and the break. He'll then be phoned for the match.
That double 16 with one dart in hand could be the thing that's deciding this game.
$30.
He double checks it. It's still not in, Scott. Could be between the wires.
Can he just nudge it the other side? No is the answer, and so Mitchell is back for
Scott, you require
double
10.
5 for that 3-1 advantage.
The man with no name got further away with every single one of those darts. Mitchell hoping to do the reverse. Getting closer with each dart.
Game shot on a 4 flag. Scott
The double 5 is pinned, and Mitchell leads by 3-1. He now has the darts for the match. Mitchell leads by 3-1. He now has the darts for the match.
5th flag. It's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Hold the phone because Mitchell might be heading for home.
180.
Why not finish with a 9, Scott?
$140.
There's 4. And 5. Oh, that would have been the perfect way to have ended the day.
It was inviting as well, wasn't it? The way they were sat in the board, it just looked likely that Mitchell would get in a poke at the 141.
123.
This is brilliant for Mitchell. What a way to end the day. A possible 10-dart leg to give himself another 10-point day.
It'd be the perfect way to end the day once again for Scott Mitchell. He'd be 2/3 of the way towards a perfect group.
60. Scott, you require 36.
Double 18 for the match.
Game
And a
shot on the
10-dart leg
Scott
for
Mitchell.
10 wins from 10 for Scott Mitchell. Scotty Dog is on top and he'll have a 6-point lead going into the final day's play. He beats Doug Boehm by 4 legs to 1. Routine work for Scott Mitchell. Yep, I don't know what that is, but he's firing on all cylinders. I think he's enjoying himself. He saved his best till last. A 4-1 win for Scott Mitchell, and he's coming to join us upstairs. Well, it turns out he doesn't just talk a good game, he plays a good game as well. Scott Mitchell, the perfect day once again. It was interesting, you came in the studio and you said you still don't feel like you're playing at your best right now.
No, I'm not. And I think it was lovely to end with a 10 dart for the day. That was lovely. But, there's been opportunities for people to get me. And I don't like to give opportunities. And I've done that all day. And Matt, I tell you, you've been sat there going, go on, just get in there and get him. But if you're 2-1 up or you're 3-1 up, you make life easier for yourself when that situation comes. So you're sat there thinking it's going to go. And when it doesn't, you've got to dive in and hit 3-3 against Kev Painter.
You mentioned yesterday that you felt today would be a tougher day than yesterday because of the fact that you won the 5-on-5 on day one. It make you a player that people want to get at a bit more. Did you feel like that on the stage today?
Do you know what? I think it went the opposite today. I think the 5 of them really wanted me that bad that they kind of stopped themselves. And you'll understand that. When you're doing, you've been here and done similar things, it's I didn't expect it. I was expecting everybody to step up and do, and they weren't. They were all trying as a collective to get me, whether it's their own mini team in the back room or whatever, I don't know. But every opportunity that came, I don't think I missed a day with 3 in my hand except that last game.
Well, interestingly, Matt, in the 10 games that Scott's played this week, he hasn't faced a match start in any of them.
And he still doesn't feel he's playing well, does he? That's the thing. You get a feel and a vibe for things. I get what Scott's saying there about sort of people being a bit nervous against him. We certainly got that vibe in commentary when sort of people were getting into a situation or it went to a last leg shootout. They sort of opened with a 20 or a 40 odd, and Scott just jumped in and took every single opportunity that was presented.
You said that you don't feel like you're playing at your best, but what pleased you the most about today?
The fact that I'm finishing things off when somebody's missing. I find it the easiest thing to do as a dart player. When somebody's missed, go and hit it. It's usually me getting there first, then missing, and then the guys wipe up behind you. And it's very frustrating, but yeah, did the same in 2015. Nobody got a dart at me in 2015 either. So, I'm not Duzzer. 1 or 2 of them had a dart at him. Maybe couldn't be a 3-time. I'm only saying that, Duzzer, you're me, mate. Yeah, just saying.
Well, let's just dissect the day a bit generally, Matt. What did he do so well today in your eyes?
He's just summarised it there, those opportunities, the timing. You don't have to be the best player all the time. You've got to be the best player when the time comes. And that's what Scott Mitchell has done throughout all this campaign so far. Where other people have missed, Scott hasn't.
Well, we'll chat to you in a bit more in just a second, Scott. This is the table after 2 days' play. And I just want to quickly, Matt, get your perspective on the rest of the field, in particular Sebastian and Kev, who occupy P2 and P3.
When I look at that table and I look at it from a position of Super Series, we're looking at it in blocks, don't we? We look at 1, then positions 2 and 3, and then the rest of the table, because that's how we're going to divvy them up at the end of play tomorrow. I don't think we're going to see much movement in that. The people in the positions, I think, may change in regards to who finishes in 4th, 5th or 6th, for example. But I think in regards to how the groups are going to get divvied up, I think we're pretty much how it is. There will be the players in straight through to Saturday, Group B and C.
You know exactly what I'm about to ask now. 2 days with 5 victories apiece. We've sat in commentary boxes before and we've spoken about the perfect record, how 15 from 15 has never been done before. Tomorrow, of course, first job will be to win the group, but that's also something that you could possibly achieve.
Look, the 15 for 15 would be lovely, but I came here to get through Group A, and it's something that I haven't done before. So I felt it was a group that I could dominate if I got off to a good start yesterday morning, and I did. And today, having done 5 out of 5, I had 2 of the more favourable games early doors, 1 against the darts and 1 with. So I knew if I could get those 2 and be 7 out of 7, then the rest had a problem. And then you drop on 7 and Kevin. The rest is kind of history. But you do. Yesterday I didn't target players. Today I targeted players, the ones that I needed to win. And tomorrow, well, it's another day, isn't it? Let's just hope we get it right tomorrow and not fold under the pressure.
Is the key taking it one game at a time?
Absolutely, 1 leg at a time even. Break the games down and look at those games when somebody's doing something really special against you and they take a leg off you. Go, do you know what? Well done you. You know, I didn't do it that time. I went 45, 60, whatever. you gotta break it down and try and turn every negative into a positive. And I wish I knew now, or I wish I knew back then what I know now when I started the game, because I'd have been a better player a lot earlier.
I reckon he could talk about this game as well as play it, you know.
You think so? I mean, you might have a future in that. He's certainly dabbling in it a little bit. We've got that sort of commentator dart player debate, haven't we, at times? And Henry's tried saving a few. He said, oh, he's just a commentator. But actually, I says, it's different. Scott is a dart player that commentates on the side.
I bought him in a dozen free-range eggs last week, mate. He's always going to be my mate.
He
He's
did
easy.
as well, by the way. He did. And they were very delicious eggs as well. Anyway, moving on from that, Scott, thank you so much for your company today. Well done on the 5 and 5. Matt, as always, a pleasure. I'll see you first thing in the morning. We'll see you first thing in the morning as well to see who is going to win Group A. Scott Mitchell's in a perfect position, haven't had another perfect day, but Bolt will be hoping to charge on the final day's action. Bye from us.